Please tell me your name and your roll number for this exam.
Sir, my name is Sustri Sangeeta Mohanty and my roll number is 101087.
Okay. So, tell me something about why you are interested to join as an assistant public prosecutor.
Sir, ignorance of law is no excuse, so everybody should have the basic knowledge in law. Therefore, I chose law as my subject, and there are different government job in law like FPP, OJS, Director of Law, and it is the dream of my father that to see me as a government servant. Therefore, I applied in FPP.
Okay. What do you know about the duties and responsibilities of assistant public prosecutor?
Sir, APP is the advocate from victim side which is provided by the government, and section 25 of CRPC 1973 deals about the appointment of APP. Generally, a APP is appointed under section 25 by central government or state government for a magistrate court, and generally if the APP is not available, then the government appointment any other person as a APP, but he must not be a police officer, and if APP is not available, then any police officer can be a APP, but he must not be a person who investigate the matter, or he must not below the rank of inspector.
Okay. So, tell me something about what you know about the difference between murder and culpable homicide.
Sir, murder is defined under section 300 of IPC, and culpable homicide is defined under section 299 of IPC. All culpable homicide is not murder, but all murder are culpable homicide. In murder, there is intention to cause death, and in culpable homicide, there is also intention to cause death. But in case of murder, all intention to cause death of a offender is not considered as a culpable homicide. Like if a committed murder with the intention of causing death, if it is done by a grave and sudden provocation, or by a public servant, or sudden fight, or in case of private defense, then that is not considered as a murder, that is a culpable homicide. In culpable homicide, in murder there is strong intention of the offender to commit a crime other than the culpable homicide.
Okay. So, what do you mean by criminal trespass?
Sir, criminal trespass is an offence which is against the human property. It is defined under section 441. Criminal trespass means whoever enter into the property of another person, which is in possession of another person, in order to committing any offence, or with the intention or knowledge that by that act that person who is in possession, he may be annoy or insult or to do criminal intimidation to him, that person.
Okay. So, what do you mean by kidnapping? How many types of kidnapping are mentioned in the IPC?
Sir, kidnapping is the offence which is against human body, and it is defined under section 359 of IPC. Kidnapping generally are of two types: kidnapping from India and kidnapping from lawful guardian. Kidnapping from India is defined under section 360, and in 361 it is defined kidnapping from lawful guardian. Kidnapping from India means whoever convey any person beyond the limit of the India without the consent of that person, or without the consent of that person who is legally authorized to give consent, that is kidnapping from India. And under section 361, kidnapping from lawful guardian means whoever take or take any minor under the age of 16 in case of male or 18 in case of female from the or an unsound mind from the custody of his lawful guardian, then that is kidnapping from lawful guardian. And a person is legally authorized means who is legally entrusted to take custody and care of a child.
Okay. What do you mean by the concept of plea bargaining, and tell me something about its history?
Sir, plea bargaining means it is the bargaining in between the victim and accused to reduce the punishment of accused. It is defined under chapter 21 section 265A to 265L of CRPC 1973. Generally the offence for which punishment is less than 7 years, which is made either from police report or complaint case. In that case, plea bargaining can be take place, and generally the offence which is against women or under the age of 14 years or against the offence which affect the socio-economic condition of a country, then there no plea bargaining is take place.
Okay. So, tell me something about what you mean by res geste and give me some examples of that.
Sir, res geste it's one of the exception of hearsay evidence. Res geste is defined under section 6 of Indian Evidence Act 1872. It says that relevancy of fact forming part of same transaction. It means a fact which is not in issue, so connected with fact in issue forming the part of same transaction are relevant whether it occur in same time or place or different time or place.
Okay. So, tell me something about dying declaration. Suppose a person he gives a dying declaration, okay, but he does not die. He goes into a coma. Okay, after remaining in coma for 1 year, he again comes to normal life.
So then it will be relevant under section 157 of Indian Evidence Act 1872 as his previous statement.
Okay, but it will not be considered as a dying
declaration under section 32 clause A. It is not a dying declaration.
So suppose he continues in coma and after 1 year he dies, then he has given a statement, 1 year, for 1 year he will remain in coma, but after that he dies after being in coma for 1 year. Then what will it be considered as a dying declaration?
Sir, no.
Why? What are the conditions necessary for dying declaration? Is there a nexus between the time of death, that means within this much time of giving the dying declaration, the person must die?
Sir, dying declaration means it is the statement by the deceased before his death about the cause of his death, and it may be orally or written or in a gesture, but sir, dying.
Okay. So, what is the difference between primary and secondary evidence?
Sir, evidence are of two types. One is oral evidence, another one is documentary evidence. Documentary evidence is classified into two categories. One is primary, another secondary evidence. Primary evidence is defined under section 62 of Evidence Act, and secondary evidence is defined under section 63 of Indian Evidence Act. Primary evidence is the best evidence. If primary evidence is not available, then under section 65 secondary evidence is given to the court. Primary evidence means the document itself is the primary evidence, which is primary evidence means the document itself produced for inspection. If a document is executed in several parts like a bill of exchange, then each part is a primary evidence. If the document is executed in counterpart, then each part is a primary evidence. And if a number of documents is produced in uniform process like photocopy or printing, then all are primary evidence. But in case of secondary evidence, generally the copy which is made in mechanical process from the original, that is secondary evidence, and counterpart and certified copy of the original is a secondary evidence, and copy made from copy made or compared with the original, that is secondary evidence, and oral account of the content of document is the secondary evidence. So the difference in between primary and secondary evidence is that primary evidence is the best evidence. If primary evidence is not available, then the court allow to produce secondary evidence under section 65 of the Evidence Act.
Okay. So can hearsay evidence be admissible in court? You can give some examples if it is possible.
Sir, general rule is hearsay evidence is not admissible in court, but the exception is one is dying declaration, which is provided under section 32 clause A. Another one is section 33 of Indian Evidence Act, and another is res gesta.
Okay. So tell me, under CRPC, okay, what is the procedure which the court can undertake to compel appearance either of the victim, of the accused or any witness?
Such under section 82 of CRPC, if first the court is to summon under section 61 of the CRPC 1973. If the witness or accused is not present or not comply with that summon, then warrant will be issued by the court under section 70 under section 70 of CRPC. If the accused or the witness does not comply with that warrant, if the accused or witness abscond, then in that case proclamation is issued under section 82 of CRPC.
Okay. So under IPC, can you tell me how extortion is dealt in IPC? What is extortion?
Sir, extortion is an offence which is against human property. It is an offence against the human property. It is defined under section 383 of IPC. Extortion means whoever intentionally put any person fear of injury to that person or any other person and dishonestly induce that person by putting him fear of injury and compel him to deliver any property that may be movable or immovable property, valuable security or seal or signature which can be converted into valuable security. And the punishment for this offence is provided under section 384, that is imprisonment which may extend to 3 years or fine or both.
Okay. So tell me, what are the specific functions of an assistant public prosecutor, and if you can tell us something about the sections dealing with it. In which section of CRPC public prosecutor and assistant public prosecutor are mentioned?
Sir, section 24 mention about public prosecutor and 25 of CRPC define about assistant public prosecutor.
Okay. Now, what are their main? What is the main work that they have to do? Functions.
Sir, they are the advocate from the prosecution side.
That is one thing. Then
Um,
7 or 8 are there. You at least tell me 3 or 4.
Sir, under section 301 of CRPC, without the permission of the magistrate, he can start prosecutions.
Okay. What is the difference between common intention and similar intention? Give
Sir-
an example and explain.
Sir, common intention and similar intention is not same thing. Common intention is defined under section 34 of IPC 1860. In common intention, there must be prior meeting of mind. But in case of similar intention, there no need of prior meeting of mind in the offender. Sir, can I tell in Odia?
Yes.
Sir, common intention माने generally ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦୁଇ ମାନେ common intention ରେ minimum 2 ବା 2 ରୁ ଅଧିକ ଲୋକ ଦରକାର। ଯଦି 2 ବା 2 ରୁ ଅଧିକ ଲୋକ ମିଶିକି ଗୋଟେ କ୍ରାଇମ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଜନା କଲେ ବା ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ଲାନ୍ କରିକି ତାପରେ କ୍ରାଇମ୍ କଲେ ସେଇଟା ହେଉଛି କମନ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ୍। ଆଉ ସେ ତାଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ୍ ରହୁଛି, ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ଲାନିଂ ରହୁଛି, ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରାୟର ମିଟିଂ ଅଫ୍ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ। ଯେମିତିକି 2 ଜଣ ମିଶିକି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ଲାନ୍ କଲେ, ଜଣକୁ ଏ ଆଉ ବି ମିଶିକି ପ୍ଲାନ୍ କଲେ ସିକୁ ମାରିବା ପାଇଁ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଇନ୍ କମନ୍ ସେମ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ୍ରେ ମୋର ବି ମାନେ ଏର ଗୋଟେ ବି ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ୍ ଅଛି ବିକୁ ମାରିବାକୁ, ସିର ବି ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ୍ ଅଛି ବିକୁ ମାରିବାକୁ। ବଟ୍ ସେମାନେ 2 ଜଣ 2 ଜଣଙ୍କୁ କେବେ ଦେଖିନାହାନ୍ତି କି କୌଣସି ପ୍ଲାନ୍ ହିଁ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି। ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ସେମ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ୍। बट इन केस ऑफ कॉमन इंटेंशन तांकर 2 जनकर इंटेंशन सेम अच्छी आ 2 जन मिसिकी गोटे प्लान करिसेंती मर्डर करबा।
Okay. So differentiate. Tell me something about revision in case of criminal case. Okay, what is the concept of revision? Which courts have the power of revision in a criminal case?
Sir, generally High Court or Court of Session has the power for revision, that is provided under section 397 to 405 of CRPC 1973. Under section 397 it says that generally Court of Session or High Court has the power to call for the record of lower court regarding the legality, propriety and correctness of the judgment, and it is not applicable to the interlocutory order. They can so moto call for the record, or on the application of the party, agreed party, they can call the record of the lower court if there is any for the legality, to correct the legality, propriety and correctness of the judgment of the lower court.
Okay.
If he gives any judgment exceed his power, if lower court gives any judgment exceed his power, then the High Court or Court of Session has power to call for the record of that judgment.
Okay, fine. Thank you. That will be the end of the interview. तो आपण जो ठीक अच्छे फ्लो ऑफ स्पीच करिके ठीक अच्छी। ओके, आई कांटेक्ट भी ठीक ही थिला, 90% प्लस रोची। 3 जन जो बसुंती प्रत्येक 3 जन रोचंती, तो से जे क्वेश्चन पचारे तांकु देखिबे अराउंड 90% टाइम। आउ बाकी जो 2 जन बसुंती तांकु भी मझे मझे ठीक देखि देउथबे। ओके, सिटिंग पोजीशन ठीक अच्छी। हाथटा आपण रखिबे आपण आंटू ऊपर, हाथटा क्लास केबे करिवेनी। ओके, 2टा हाथ मिसेबेनी। ओके, बाकी सब ठीक अच्छे। राइट सो कौन दिन अच्छी काली
ना ना
पर-
सर 11 तारीख दिन।
11 टाइम अच्छे टे देखीदेवे से कंटेन्ट आपंकर भल अच्छे ठीक है तो सब कंटेन्टा आप ठीक कहते ओके